put a lot of emphasis on physical fitness, and you spend a lot of time working out and your diet and on your strength and swimming and so forth. How essential is that to a person who spends the majority of their time in front of a computer?
Well, I think it's very important. I mean, to me, this is not a hobby. This is a way of life. I do it when I'm on vacation. I think you can become addicted to it. If you have to become addicted to something, I think that's a good thing to be addicted to. And I think it's great for my mental fitness. The older you get, the less you can do so. I mean, you just got to kind of live with that. But I try not to miss. I try to do it for mental fitness.
There may be people who look at what you do and say, well, they plant the seeds, they grow the tobacco, they pick it, they cure it, and they send it off to the people who order it. How difficult would you characterize your business?
Nothing like what you just described. Okay, it's very difficult. Okay, you never know what you're expecting. It's nothing like a manufacturing operation where you can set up a pattern and just manufacture a certain number of widgets that are all going to be the same. We can't do that. Every time it rains, every time the climate changes, the way you cure tobacco changes. The way you cure tobacco in the barn changes. The way you cure tobacco in the bulk changes. The way the manufacturer has to cure the tobacco when he receives it changes. So it's an ever-changing thing. So it just depends. The more experience you have, the more you're able to react to those changes.
So basically, you have to reinvent your business every season.
Basically, basically it's not a matter of reinventing, it's just a matter of staying on your toes and not thinking that everything is going to be the same. It's not. It's never going to be the same. It's going to be maybe similar from 3 years ago or similar to 5 years ago, but never the same.
Well, how much thought do you give to anticipating, say, what the business is going to be like next season? Do you give that a lot of thought?
I give a lot of thought, Tony, to what the business is going to be like the next season. I give very little thought to what the crop is going to be like because I have no control over it. So why am I going to spend my time worrying about what a crop's going to turn out like when I have no control over it? I'm going to do everything that I can to make that crop the best it is. As to what the business is going to be like, yeah, we work with different scenarios to see what we think is going to be the demand, what people are asking for. Of course, we have to know what seeds are good. We have to know what people are looking for. We have to know what we think is good so that we can go ahead and grow those seeds and things of that nature that we think are going to sell. Because there's no tobacco. I can tell you right now that my dad had a philosophy that they would bring him some tobacco and say, "This is the best tobacco in the world." And he would say, "No, you see that one over there? That's the best tobacco in the world. You know why? Because it's sold." Okay? Until this one is sold, that means that you don't know if it's the best tobacco in the world and what the acceptance by the public is going to be. Because that definitely, ultimately, is what defines what is the best tobacco in the world.
Periodically, you and other members of the Oliva Tobacco family go to your farms in South America to look on site, to inspect what's going on and whatever. Exactly what do you do down there, and how essential are those trips?
Well, first of all, it's not periodically. We're down there, at least one of us is down there every month, okay? And essentially, it's probably one of the most important things that we have to do here in the Oliva Tobacco Company. You cannot be in this business and manage any place in Central or South America by telephone. Your presence is absolutely necessary there. My presence, John's present, Trey, Gus, Gus works with us. We're down there at least once a month, and I would say that is the single most important thing that we do in Oliva Tobacco Company. What do we do down there? We go down there and we talk. We work harder down there than we do here, actually, because we're up very early in the morning till very late at night. We're looking at crops. We're looking at tobacco in bulks. We're looking at tobacco in barns. We're meeting customers to show them the tobacco on site. We're correcting problems that we think will make the tobacco better if they're corrected, or we're picking up on a lot of things. I mean, that is the crux of our business. The day we stop doing that is the day that you'll see us go downhill, or anybody else in this business for that matter.
Your son, John Jr., is now an important part of the business. How difficult was it to coax him into coming to Oliva Tobacco? And
actually, it was very easy to coax him into coming into Oliva Tobacco Company. I think John has a natural feel for this business, and John had the opportunity of working with my dad. Okay, which is, you know, it's an invaluable experience that he had. Okay. And John loves the part of the business that has to do with actually sitting and looking at tobacco, and he takes the time. He does. He has the same type of love for the tobacco itself that my dad had. Okay, and that's something that's not something that you just develop. I think that's something that, you know, he just was born with.